Today I'll be explaining the conventions of our final magazine front cover. Here is the final product for our film poster, and as you will already be able to see, some generic conventions used in our poster are similar big blockbuster film posters. First, you can see our tagline up the top of the poster. This draws in the audience in and gives them the smallest idea of what the narrative would entail. We move down to the main protagonist or antagonist that you don't know yet. The image is dark and murky, and it's made this way for the neo-noir effect along with the image behind the face. The title and the credit block are also similar conventions which we use to incorporate in our final piece. We also did some research into similar posters and different ideas of how we would make our final piece. And similar posters that we looked into included the film Drive with Ryan Gosling on the front, and the purple mist used around some of the front covers to go in the opposite direction or just as the Drive title. So here we have one of the concepts of Drive, and the theme heavily revolves around the colour purple, and we can see that we're actually in the car. These front covers are they don't tell you much, they don't explain much, and it's very niche, and you have to understand the film and pick it apart. We also looked at Nightcrawler, which is a bigger funded and more non-independent film. And here we have a couple of the front covers, and you can see that the shot is more open and has a better composed shot, with Jake Gyllenhaal standing almost in the centre, much like ours. Our film is more similar to the Nightcrawler film. This was done on purpose, as of course Nightcrawler was the more successful movie, with Drive it was successful, but it was more independent. So most of these front covers are open, and they tell you a lot about the film, and they give you a sense of star power more than it does in Drive. The whole idea of the word trapped is summed up in Emily's face. This is the New York skyline, which is meant to illustrate that she is trapped inside the city, or which later you'll understand to be two men trapping her. The effect we used was called double exposure, and it's to give the image the ability to blend in another image, much like the create a clipping mask on an image or a text. This is really subtle but an impactful message that gets across to the viewer just from their first glance, and this is exactly what we wanted. So we looked at some of the videos on YouTube, and we did a lot of research, and overall I think we used this one in order to gain our final product, which came out a bit like this, but ours is more dark and murky, as of course. We also, as opposed to conforming to the conventions of film poster, did manage to oppose them, with the names of the characters, Ben, Emily and me, normally being above the main image, and also normally feature all three characters, or however many there are on the cover. By doing this, however, we managed to create a mystery and suspense to who the other main characters are. It also shows us that the femme fatale is the main focal point of the film, and by seeing her alone on the covers gives us that she is a strong woman role and doesn't conform to the ways of a stereotypical woman in many other films, such as Double Indemnity.